All right, and so meal number 2, we're gonna have a plain awesome yogurt and 91% beef, some pasta and sauce. So, you know, just another probably 70 carb meal here, 91%, so we've got some fats, a little cheese. Let's do it. Genuinely forgot how tiring it is to do a full day of eating. It's like you're a slave to the camera, literally. So gonna enjoy the hell out of this meal, and then I'll have a few hour break from talking and filming and eating. Probably a 2 to 3 hour break. So this is meal number 3, nothing special, the biggest meal of the day, and most important meal as far as getting in the calories that I need to recover and getting in the nutrients I need to perform, start recovery, but this is where you get the excess calories to grow and actually put on some weight. So a little salt. Cheers.
Asking me how much I sleep, about 5 hours, 6 hours. What I do takes
Well, let me tell you, and I can talk for hours without stopping, so if you need to, just go, no, really, just go.
Alright guys, welcome to another video. We're starting out this video with meal number 4. So we had pre-workout, chicken, beef. Now we're getting some turkey and cheese, and taking my supplements. I'm gonna take citrus, bergamot, vitamin C, B12, and some joint support stuff. By Species Nutrition, obviously. So, chilling at the bookstore, not much to see. Finally got my stomach clear of the antibiotics to take these subs, and I'm gonna be quiet and edit. I'll catch you guys for the next meal when we're out of here. Peace, and thanks for watching the last video. Hope you enjoyed. All right, everybody, so thanks for joining me again on this beautiful Thursday evening. It's 6 o'clock and it's getting dark later, so we still have a little bit of light. You guys just saw me take down meal 4. I hope you enjoyed last video. There's gonna be no working out in this video. We're just gonna talk or see my meals really. Last video, which I will link in the description, I covered the differences between fluoroquinone antibiotics and amoxicillin or penicillin-based antibiotics, and how to take probiotics with them and whether training is safe or not. So amoxicillin we've covered is good to go. And I'm gonna take my 3rd and last probiotic. My first one was taken around 7 a.m. and then my schedule for antibiotics is around 11 a.m. So 7 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6:15. I might take my other antibiotic with meal 5 or 6 or whatever. This will be digested and have already been utilized in the gut. Once we take antibiotics tonight, you just gotta sleep through it and do what it is, and then take the probiotics in the morning, but preferably on an empty stomach, which I am now. A couple hours after that sandwich, and 8 ounces of water. So I'm gonna rest, and I'll see you guys at the next meal. Maybe some chicken and rice. Let's do it. It's time for the next meal, and it's meal number 5. One of my favorites. Let's get right into it. All right, guys. So back in the spot was at the what was it? The Tattered Covered Bookstore, and I was just enjoying a little bit of coffee and me time outside of the house. The gym was packed today and really busy, so it was nice to come here and chill and then go get my editing done, have some good coffee. I didn't get any reading done because this is really tiring. I'm just tired from the workout too, and I'm hungry. I'm actually starving right now. Olive oil in here and about an ounce of almonds. So probably 20-25 grams of fat, higher fat. I try to do that now with my meals and keep the carbs moderate. I could eat 600 carbs a day if I wanted, but it just messes with me nowadays. I'll keep my carbs lower, 50 carbs here only. With the barbecue sauce, probably a total of actually only 60 carbs. So for me, that's not a lot. And that's it, you don't overdo it. I might need to get it in an hour. I may have one of those ice creams later. That's why I bought them, so to eat them. This is gonna be so good. Almonds and chicken is the way to go. This really is my favorite meal, especially since I reduced the almonds a bit and upped the olive oil. It digests even better. Just don't put too many veggies in it unless you're dieting, like low calorie. Certainly broccoli, don't put a lot in. I just kind of do it for taste and texture. And when you do it every meal and you eat 6-7 times a day, you get enough veggies. I want to touch on the topic of binging and fasting because that's something I have a lot of experience with. A lot of my friends and other YouTubers that I know of have experience with. I got a question in my DM the other day or yesterday, and someone just said, hey man, how do I stop binging it at night? Binge eating at night. I found the most common reason people binge eat at night or get cravings and succumb to the cravings is because a lot of people are fasting and under eating for large portions of the day. And while you might do that for a month or 6 months or just get shredded the first time you do it, when you go back to that, you're gonna find comfort in those late feedings. And I've always said this on my channel. I've dieted with a meal plan, I've dieted with IFYM, with intermittent fasting, I've dieted on low carbs, I've dieted on 300 carbs. What always happens is somehow I get some sort of disordered eating pattern from whatever diet I choose. And in order to break that disordered eating pattern, you have to do something different. So if you're binge eating and you're scared to gain weight, do what you're scared of because you're training yourself to be scared. You're training yourself to accept it. Don't do that. Wake up and eat. But today I woke up and I was literally kind of full when I went to eat that oatmeal, but I ate it and then digested well, thankfully. And then I trained super hard, and after, I knew I was gonna have to work up an appetite. I was gonna have to stay busy or at least eat clean and eat well and eat the right portions. Not binge, not fast after my workout and then have a burger and fries and be full. I ate, and then before I was really hungry, I ate again. And then before I was really hungry, I ate again. And now I have an appetite because I've kept my eating consistent. It's a good tool if you've never used it. It's a good tool if you don't have bad habits. But if you're pushing your eating window late and you're eating a lot and sometimes you even overeat, sometimes you binge, stop doing that. Eat in the morning. You'll feel full. You'll be like, oh man, I'm not burning fat. And when you go through the whole day being fed and you're not burning fat, the last thing you want to do is binge. So you'll stay a little more consistent. When you go all day fasted, you're like, well shit, I might be able to get away with it if it's like all carbs and protein. But I know how that goes as I do it all the time, but I'm trying to work on that, and this video is helping, so at least we'll have some ice cream later. Peace. It's time to get satiated on meal number whatever, 5 probably, and this isn't the last meal, so I'm not gonna take my antibiotic yet. I'm gonna enjoy this with some hot sauce, BRB. This might look like a lot of carbs for some people. This is a lot less carbs than I'm used to on a day where I'm actually eating a lot of food. Some days I'll eat 300, 400, 500 carbs without really noticing. And on those days I probably have very little fat. But what I'm noticing is that overeating carbs, when I was younger, when I was training more often and maybe less efficiently, I would burn the carbs and it was fine and I'd feel pretty good. But as I got older and as I ate more food and put on more muscle, it just seems like I don't respond to carbs like I used to positively. It kind of lags, makes my system lag and makes me bloated in a way that I can't really explain. It's just uncomfortable, and I don't ever get that from fats. Getting satiated, I think fats is the way to go. But if you remove your carbs or you start to like see carbs as bad or try to go keto, you may feel good on keto. I've never really tried it, but you may miss carbs and you may binge on them. So I just think getting them in the first couple of meals, training hard, and then keeping them portioned while upping your fats is a good way to increase your calories. If you haven't tried it or if you're struggling with a high carb diet, don't be afraid of getting fat. So far, I feel pretty good, and I'm putting away a lot of clean food. It's not over yet. Should be a clean cheat day.
That you're right. You know, there's really no way to know. I mean, it never said they want to look at you and stuff, and I didn't have anything to hide.
Meal number 6, I believe, and it's antibiotic time. Pretty exhausted from training today and working all week so far, and I don't have a lot to say other than I'm like super excited to eat. This has turned into kind of a day of bulking while on antibiotics. It's probably not that important for many people. For those of you who love to train and there's maybe no content like this out there, hopefully people find this video because I find it useful now because I can always look back on this and remember that I work on amoxicillin with these probiotics, etc. So it's pretty legit.
Once you do that, so then that really allowed me to free flow my
Oh yeah. How's that looking there? I'll eat dairy, but I just can't resist. Stuff is banging.
So that's why a lot of guys have full anxiety.
Alright, so I hope you guys appreciated seeing some of the meals. It's been like an hour since we last ate, so I'm gonna eat again. And this was unplanned. This is my last day of antibiotics that I have free with the training session, so I figured it'd be best to just start filming and get it done. And the reason I'm on antibiotics is because this thing on my eye, it was a sty that got infected. It required 10 days of oral antibiotics. The reason the weights were light is because still recovering from shoulder and knee injury. The reason I'm eating clean but a lot is because I'm hungry, at least on antibiotics. Even though my stomach's been really well, I would eat clean and just see how the eating day goes. But I've had an appetite all day, even though I ate yesterday, so just kinda gonna see what's next. I'm thinking peanut butter last meal, and we are going in on this enlightened whatever it is strawberry cheesecake. So I think we hit the jackpot on that. We're gonna try that in a second. Okay, so I imagine you guys want to see this if I do a review on a strawberry cheesecake and brownies and cookie dough fake ice cream. I'm already eating it, so I might as well film it and review it. The thing that kind of sucks is it has erythritol in it, I guess a sugar alcohol. So I'm only going to consume 10 grams of the sugar alcohol because I'm not trying to troll my stomach. You never know. There's about 4 grams in a Quest bar, so for reference. Strawberry cheesecake. Extremely sweet and kind of like thick, but it doesn't taste like very natural, I guess you could say. Brownies and cookie dough though. Yeah, that strawberry cheesecake sucks. No good. I'll leave it to the side. Save myself the sugar alcohol. Honestly, I ate so much clean food and enjoyed it today, that sucks. I'd rather have chicken and rice. So we're gonna have another peanut butter and jelly. Third sandwich of the day, just cut it differently and it's like a new experience. Cheers to the triangles. I guess we gotta weigh in right. We'll give it a pound for the coffee and wow. See that? It said 203. It's a good weight. It's a lot of food.